Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy Isaac,
And this is your boy Bryce.
and we are brothers on tennis. And folks, we've come to the final major of 2023, the US Open. Bryce and I are out here in New York. And Bryce, the draw is out. Things, of course, are crazy. And what do we always do? We do a pre show.
We do. And this U.S. Open is not going to be any different from any of the other majors of recent past. Draws are deep. People are meeting in the first round that you might think would meet in the round of 16 or the quarterfinals. And although we may have a few people that we consider true contenders, there's going to be a lot of battling along the way.
Absolutely, brother. Lots of battling, and that's what we love to see at Grand Slam tournaments. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. So, Bryce, you know what we do. We typically tell a lot of lies with our predictions and what have you. And I am so looking forward to telling a lot more with this particular draw.
Right.
So, how would you like to start it off, my man?
Let's start with the women, like
All
we do
right.
a lot of the times.
All right.
Largely for me because I don't have as many what I would call first round popcorn matches on the ladies' side as I do on the men.
Right.
So that's as good a reason as any.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. And I'm going to tell you this. So I actually tried to use a strategy of going after like my top 10 like popcorn matches.
Okay.
And then I called my others the honorable mentions, if you will. And
right.
But what's funny, Bryce, I didn't actually come up with 10 on the lady side.
Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I came with 9.
I had 8.
And probably your 8 or within my 9.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% think that they are.
It'll be interesting to see which one I have that you don't have.
Yes, absolutely. But I do have honorable mentions, so it's like I said, I have 2 honorable mentions. So
okay.
you know, yeah. So you know how we do. We probably are aligned.
Mm-hmm. Right. well, let's get it started, and I'll toss out the first one. Right.
Yes.
This one is of particular interest because one of the things we do, Isaac, is we look at people that are on the come up, right?
Yes.
They may not be on your radar today, but this time next year, you may be talking a little more about them. And the young lady that I'm speaking about is Clervy Inganoy.
Mm-hmm.
And she has been winning many junior titles. She got a berth into the main draw as of winning Kalamazoo. Mm-hmm. And she is playing Seville, Australian, who is still a little bit on the comeback, but has a big game. But you know what? This could be a winnable match for Inganow.
I absolutely think that it is, Bryce. And I think I'm so glad you called that one out because, yes, I do believe Clervy has a great opportunity here. Again, with Seville just kind of getting back into the swing of things because she was out for at least a year.
Right.
So I absolutely believe that this is a very winnable match for her and definitely a popcorn match. Great call on that, brother.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
So who do you have for your first popcorn first round match?
So the first one I pointed out, and the only reason I point this out is because we know, with this particular player, she can be hot as fire and beat anybody on the planet, or she can be knocking folks out in the front row. And that is Ostapenko. And she is going to be playing our girl Paolini from Italy. And I just like Paolini. She's just got a very feisty game. She's a feisty young lady. And I feel like if you catch Ostapenko on a bad day, which Ostapenko has not had too many bad days of late, let's call it like it is. But if she does, you don't want to play anybody like a Paolini because she will capitalize. And I just kind of see that one as being a really fun first round matchup to watch.
Yeah, I have nothing to add there. I totally agree with everything that you said. Paolini makes a lot of balls, and Ostapenko sometimes misses a lot of balls. Yeah, so you're not exactly sure on a given day which way that one's going to go.
Exactly. How about you, bro? Back to you. Ping pong or tennis. Bam.
Right. Now, here's an interesting one. I don't know if you have this one or not.
Okay.
I actually selected Rybakina and Kostyuk.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
The reason why I picked this one is there's something going on with Rybakina. I don't know if it's injury related or whatever, but although she's winning matches, she's retiring, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on in her camp. So I can't say that she's 100%. Kostyuk, on the other hand, is the type of player that is very upset minded, right?
Yes.
She can come in and take out a big name. And if Rybakina is not on her game, Kostyuk might not be the person she wants to play in the first round.
Absolutely. And Kostiak is still a very young player. I think she's either 20, maybe 21. I know that she's pretty young, again,
Right,
from the Ukraine. So, of course, she's battling for her country. So,
right.
again, there's a lot of good energy, and support that she's going to have going into that matchup. And like you said, Rybakina has not looked like our Rybakina.
Right.
She picked up a bug, and I think once that kind of happened, it doesn't seem like she's been able to get back to 100%. So I absolutely have that one as a popcorn match and as a possible upset.
And you don't know what else may be an underlying factor because, like you said, Kostyuk is Ukraine.
Yes.
You know, for Rybakina, her not being in Russia to Kostyuk may just be an address change.
Exactly.
Seriously, you
Yeah.
know, it just may be an address change. So she could be really inspired to play Rybakina in this first round matchup.
Absolutely agree with you, brother. 100%. 100%. One of the other honorable mentions I shouldn't say honorable mention. This was actually one of my popcorn matches. Is look out for that Danielle Collins, Linda Fruvertova match because them
Mhm.
Fruvertova sisters.
Yeah.
They're kind of on the come up. And Danielle, of course, we haven't seen her a lot in 2023. She played, relatively good a couple weeks back here. So I'm hoping that we get the old Danielle that we're used to, but I honestly feel like that is going to be a really, really tough match.
I agree. I'll admit the Fruitovas
Yeah,
have not been delivering as of late as they once were. And Danielle looks like she's kind of back on her game again. So
right.
I'm kind of expecting for Danielle to win that one. But we'll see.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I think we were kind of talking about this one today on our way back from Manhattan. Um, Sloane Stevens against Haddad Maya.
Yes.
Our guy, what was his name that we talked to at the tennis center the other
Oh,
day?
Ernie,
We interviewed. How?
you said we interviewed him.
Yeah, we asked him the questions. He picked Haddad Maya as his
Oh,
person he
yes,
wanted to win because
that's
she was from
right.
his country.
That's right. He was from Brazil. That's right. I can't remember his name though. I'm bad with names, Bryce. I'm bad with names.
Right. But if his prediction is true that she wins this tournament, well, Sloane Stevens would be the first victim.
She would be. Yeah, yeah. I think that's going to be a battle. And honestly, if Haddad Maya is in good form, I
Right.
honestly feel like she will win that match. She's got that lefty swing. She's got a big game. It's on hard courts. So that one's going to be a tough one for Sloane for sure.
Right.
Again, not sure what Sloane we're going to get because again, if we get 2017 Sloane, absolutely she can win that match.
Right.
But if we get kind of the Sloane that we have been seeing, which is again up and down. I think Haddad Maya will have too much game for her. So that one will be that is definitely popcorn, sir. Popcorn worthy. Now, one I'm going to throw at you that actually was still on the top half of the draw. And you know me, Bryce, I always like to talk about popcorn matches that have the possibility of an upset. And
Right.
even though this player hasn't been playing well, I don't, of late, I still feel like she's always somebody very dangerous. And that's
Okay.
Bernarda Pera. She is
Mm.
playing Kudermatova. And
Mhm.
we saw Cooter get knocked around by Venus a couple weeks back.
Right. Yeah.
So if Venus can get up on Cooter, I'm thinking Bernarda Pera can as well. So I kind
Mhm.
of have that one flagged as a popcorn match because I do feel like there is a great potential for upset there because Bernarda Pera can play some good tennis when
Right.
she is on her game. She has not been of late, but
Mhm.
I still feel like there's potential there.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. That one caught my eye. I didn't write it down, but it definitely caught my eye when I was reviewing the draw.
Gotcha.
So let's go ahead and move to the bottom half of the draw.
Yes. Yes.
And the first one that popped out to me was Alexandrova against Leylah Fernandez.
Uh,
Honestly, I expect for Alexandrova to win that match, but you never know Fernandez, she may be inspired by past accomplishments here at the U.S. Open.
Exactly, Bryce. That was my sentiment as well. It's like, she made it to the finals, so she has
Mhm.
definitely got good memories, good thoughts, good feelings always coming into New York and into the US Open. So you never know, she might catch that bug and might catch her
Right.
off. So I am hoping, of course, for Layla in that particular matchup. But yeah, definitely if all is even, and Alexandrova should get through that match.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Another one that I kind of had, it kind of, I don't know, I just kind of wrote it down, and maybe you can consider it an honorable mention. Is that the Towson versus Potapova? Again, Towson is a big hitter, young player. Potapova, a young player. She's been on the come up. She kind of jumped out there and beat Coco, and has had some good results earlier in the year.
Right.
But Claire Thompson Towson is a good player, and I do feel like that one again has some level of upset potential. So just wanted to call that one out as well.
Okay. Okay. I didn't have that one.
Hmm.
Um, but I did have, and shout out to you, our guy Nick. This is just your week. I had Pagula and Georgie because this is the. I mean, you're talking about two players here who have exactly opposite styles. You have Pagula, who is the model of consistency and flat shots, and then you have Georgie, who is just just you know, just shoots from the ankles, right?
Right.
And if she's on, I mean, there's really not much you can do. So
Absolutely.
I expect for Pagula's consistency to get her through this
Hmm.
match, but there will be either a lot of winners or a lot of unforced errors, probably from the Georgie side of the court.
I definitely agree with you on that one, brother. That one's always going to be a good scrap.
Hmm.
But I do expect Pagula to get through that matchup. I really
Right,
do, because I am thinking that, again, she picked up Canada, so I'm expecting big things from Jess Pagula in this particular tournament.
right.
Someone else I'm expecting some big things from is Miss Alicia Parks. She is playing a tough first rounder though against Kazatkina,
Right.
and that one definitely, folks, is the one you need to watch that match, because that one to me is it's going to be fire, and I think that Alicia absolutely has a great opportunity to pull an upset in this
Mhm.
particular matchup. And so I'm just putting my money there, Bryce. I'm expecting her to be able to get through this one. How about you?
I feel the same way. You know what's kind of interesting? I look at this match probably not very differently than a Pagula Georgie match,
Mhm.
meaning Casakina can keep the ball in play.
Right, right,
Alicia Parks can hit you off the court.
correct.
Alicia Parks can hit herself off the court.
Yes, she can.
So I think Alicia probably dictates how this match goes. If Alicia is on, there's not going to be anything that Casakina can do. If she is not on, I expect for Casakina to roll with the victory.
Yeah, and it might be pretty comfortably if she doesn't.
Right,
You know what I mean? Because yeah,
right.
yeah. So, yeah, man. That is that. Yeah, that is one that I saw as a major highlight.
Okay, okay. And then the last one I had, because I looked at my ninth one, and I'm like, that's probably not a popcorn match. That's probably like uh, I don't know, just some trail mix and, and soda water type match. Um, but this one, I would say we're interested in because it's Venus, right?
Yes.
And you have Venus Williams, 43 years of age, I don't know, her 100th U.S. Open. And she is playing Greta Minen, who
Yes.
is someone who is a decent player, right? But if Venus is out here giving it to Kudermetova and playing like that, I would hope that Venus would pull this match out.
You,
But
you
but
yeah.
that's the Venus of today. You never know. Right.
And you are exactly right, Bryce. I mean, all we would expect for Venus with all of her talent and experience to be able to get through that match. But again, with these days, you just don't know. You don't know
Right.
how she's going to come to the court, how she's going to feel. Is
Mhm.
that leg still bothering her? So yeah, I feel like with that win against Cooter, it definitely gives her a good mental boost as it relates to, yeah, I can actually beat someone, in the top 15 or top 20, I think is Cooter. It might be top 15, but yeah, I just got to kind of see what health we get with Queen V, but
Right.
hopefully she will be right. Hopefully she'll be good. Yeah.
All right. So,
So
did you have any other honorable mentions that you
I
wanted to bring up?
did. I did, my friend. I just had two other honorable mentions, and this goes out to what I consider to be the pocket size, and that is Trevisan versus Putin Saber. That's gonna be feisty,
I
Bryce.
saw
That's
that.
gonna be feisty. And I saw that matchup, and I'm like, yeah, I keep a good eye out on that one. And the only other one would be the old school matchup, which is Wickmeyer versus Vonareva.
Hmm.
Saw
You
that. I
know,
was like, okay, old school, yeah.
I saw that as well. I was just trying not to write down a whole bunch of matches, but I was like, I'm gonna probably keep my good eye out on that match as well.
Absolutely, bro. So that is all I have, my man. So yeah, I think that is yeah, I think the women's track, like I said, not too many crazy first round matches, but a lot of great potential. And the one thing that I did want to also highlight is the potential second round of another Coco Mira Andreeva matchup.
Ah, yeah,
That would be fun. A 19-year-old
that
old
would be
against 16 again. So look out for
right.
it, folks.
Yes, yes. So now let's talk about all the players that'll still be around when those we just talked about won't.
Gone.
Let's talk about our predictions starting at the quarterfinal round.
Love it.
So, Isaac, would you like to go first with the top half?
Sure. All right. So we're talking about the ladies. I actually have, of course, Iga making it to the quarterfinal round. I have her taking out Ostapenko, and
Mhm.
I have her meeting Coco Golf in that quarterfinal. So once again, we will get an Iga Coco battle. I have Golf actually taking out Wozniacki because I do think that Wozniacki is going to have a relatively good tournament, and she'll make a good number of rounds, in my opinion. But I think when she gets against when she comes against Coco in that fourth round, it's going to be good to have had you. Now it's time to say goodbye. And then on the bottom half of the top draw, I actually still do think Rabakina will make it through. I was kind of iffy on that, like, is she gonna be able to get through? But I'm gonna still ride with her and hope that she is healthy and has some game that she'll be able to bring it. I have her battling against Bencic in the round of 16, and I do actually have her making it to the quarterfinals. And I think it will be yet another matchup with my girl Muhova, because I see Muhova taking out Sakari in the round of 16 to make the quarterfinals. So how about you, brother?
I have everything that you just said, minus I have golf making it there over Kvitova
Gotcha.
versus Wozniacki.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
no, I have Swiatek against Golf and Rabakina against Muhova.
You know how we do, bro. That's just what
Exactly.
you get, folks. That's what you get. Brothers on tennis. Boom.
Right. With an S on the end.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to talk about the bottom half of the women. And for
Yes.
me, I have Vondrasova making it there over Potapova.
Okay.
I have Pagula making it there over Samsonova.
Okay.
I have Jabeur making it over Zhang.
Okay. Yep.
And I have Sabalenka making it over Kasakina.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Well, here I will say this. We
Mm-hmm.
have all of the same quarterfinalists.
Okay.
All of them are the same. Now,
Okay.
the fourth round is a little slightly different than like what we had above. So
Okay.
I actually I did have Garcia making it through, even though she has not been on form of
No, she
late.
has not.
No. But I went ahead and put her through to the round of 16. But like you said, I do believe Vondrasova would be the one to make the quarters. I do have Pagula in the quarters. I have her taking out Madison Keys, actually. So I have that one there. Our Jabir Zhang spot on. Kin Win, I still believe she's doing some good things, but it will get stopped by Jabir. And I actually had Vekic making it to Sabalenka, but I have Sabalenka making it through there. So, but yeah, bro, we have the same quarterfinalists.
All right, the same quarterfinals. Okay, so I'll go first then for the semis.
Okay.
Just going from top to bottom, I have Goff taking out Swiatek. I have Muhova taking out Rybakina.
Okay.
I have Pegula taking out Vondrousova.
Okay.
And I have Jabir taking out Sabalenka.
Oh, we were so close. We were so close. I have everything that you have except for the Sabalenka Jabir. I think that Sabalenka is going to be able to get past Jabir. I don't know why I think that, because Jabir made it to the U.S. Open Finals last year, but for whatever reason, my gut was like, go with Sabalenka. So that's what I did. But everything else you said, those were my semifinalists: Goff, Muhova, and Pegula.
Okay, all right. So who goes to the finals for you?
Okay, so we already saw kind of what happened in Cincinnati. So to me, Goff is definitely going to beat up on Muhova again. I just feel like that's just not going to be a good matchup from Muhova going forward. So I have Goff making it to her second Grand Slam final, and I actually have her playing her doubles partner. I think Pegula, having won Canada, is going to have enough mental fortitude to make it to her first Grand Slam final. So I believe it's going to be two Americans in the U.S. Open ladies finals. What about you, bro?
Not exactly for me. So I agree with you with Goff over Muhova. I think she got that formula, so she'll handle business there. But I have Jabir taking out Pegula.
Okay.
So I have a Goff Jabir final.
Nice. Well, that's a great final anyway, though. That is a great final. Yes. So who's your victor?
I think this young lady gets her very first Grand Slam title, which tells you nothing.
Not a thing.
I think Jabir's going to get it done this time.
Oh, okay.
I think Jabir finally gets her major here at the U.S. Open. But like you were saying, I would love this final because this would be one of those types of finals where I would be extremely happy with whoever won, whether it is Jabir or Goff. I mean, if Goff, I'm happy for like almost a completely different reason.
Absolutely.
Jabir, I'm happy that she finally got over the hump, right? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't want it to go too much longer with her not getting over the hump, because that ends up being a real big mental issue for her to deal with. Coco is still, she's gotten to one major final before. So if she were to get to the finals and lose, I mean, I think she would still see this as progress, right?
Right.
But that's how I see it. How does your final turn out?
Yeah, well, my final, I have again two Americans, and I do actually believe that one of them will be a Grand Slam champion. Not kidding. Who, of course, do I have? I've got Coco Gauff. I do believe that she's ready again to pull off a 500 and a 1,000 level tournament in a 3-week window. That speaks volumes to me. And I feel like she's feeling very confident. She just came out of the whole Billie Jean King, when she had the gown looking all boom, boom. And I'm just like, okay, Coco is trying to step her game and step her whole brand to another level. And I just believe that there's mad confidence that comes with that. And because of that, I do believe that she will take out Pegula in that final, and she will raise her first ever Grand Slam singles championship. I'm hoping that is going to be the case. I think with any of these situations, like I said, with yours, with mine, you can't, you're going to be happy with whoever's going to get it done if it pans out this way. So, that's kind of how I see it, brother.
All right. Well, let me take a break real quick and get a little agua, because I got a bunch of popcorn matches here for the men.
I won't show the brand because we're not getting,
Right, exactly.
Oh, man. But yes,
all
brother,
right, I'm ready to go now.
Let's pop it. Let's get it.
All right. So I think you started off with the popcorn matches last time. I
Did.
will give my first one. And look, this first one, most of y'all be like, this ain't no popcorn match. But it's a match of high interest to me because I love both of these guys. And
Mhm.
that is everyone's favorite right now, Carlos Alcaraz.
Yep.
He is playing Dominic Kepfer, who's had a bit of a down year. He's gotten some wins recently. Um, he gonna get served up by Alcaraz. I'll just go ahead and tell you. But I'll just want to watch it because I really like him and Alcaraz. But it ain't popcorn from a result standpoint. Alcaraz, there will be bread served.
Yes, yes. And I did have that one as definitely an honorable mention. So I had that one down as well. Um, and the next one we have, and this of course is close to the family, if you will,
Right.
Botic van de Zandschulp versus
Mhm.
Jordan Thompson. So that one I think is going to be a battle because Jordan actually has been having some really really good results over these last few months. I mean, he's been beating some
Yes.
people. I'm just like, you beat who? Oh, really?
Right. Right.
So Jordan's in good form right now, and we know that Botic has a big game, great game, and he's just got a lot of variety coming, just kind of coming back. I don't know if it was injury or what, but I like Botic's game a lot. So if he's on his game, in my opinion, he should definitely win that game. I mean, win that match. But yeah, we'll see what he get, and I believe we have a little coachy coach thing going on there. That's always a positive.
Right, exactly. Our guy Sven Gronefeld is the coach of Van der Zandschulp, and we always want whoever he's coaching to win. Period.
Period. That's just how.
That's how that goes. That's like me and Andy Reid in football. Um, so the next one for me is you got Greek Spore, who's been playing really well lately. I mean, I've
Mhm.
been super impressed with his game.
Yeah.
But he's playing Arthur Feast, who is a guy that I've had my eye on for a couple of years now. He's also helped me get over Songa not being in professional tennis anymore. Um, and I mean, I expect Greek Sport to win, but I really want Feast to win.
Right.
So, uh,
I know that's a tough one for me as well, brother, because I actually like Talon. I like Talon Greek Sport. I don't know what it is about him or his game, but I like that kid. I think that he's going to be bringing a lot of good fire on the men's
right,
side. But it's Arthur Feast, man. Come on, that's
right,
our new Songa, man. Love that kid.
right,
So got to root for him. Got to root for him.
right,
And I would not be surprised if that one went the distance. If I'm being very honest with you, would
right.
not be surprised.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So good call on that one, brother. Next one I have is Ugo Umber playing Berrettini. Come on,
Ooh,
man. That one
yeah,
is fire because
right.
Ugo is yet another one who has had great results in the past, kind of fell off, not sure what exactly happened, but he's getting his game back. And we know Berrettini's potential. I mean, my goodness, he was in the top 10, I believe he made the year in championships, but still,
Mhm.
Berrettini's Berrettini. He's got big games. So when you
Right.
put those two on a court together, I just think that that's going to be straight fire. And I am I don't know who's going to win that match, to be very honest with you, but I am all about watching it though.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had that on my list as well. I mean, that's just you couldn't pass that one up.
yeah,
The next one I have on my list is Monfils because it's Monfils, and I always want Monfils to win. Period. Um, and he's playing Taro Daniel, who has a good game, but he lost his shield with me because Sven Gronefeld is no longer his coach. So I need for Taro Daniel to take the beat down from Gaio Monfils so Monfils can go on and keep the whole Monfils family in the tournament because his wife is seated actually here
right.
at the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah, Gael.
So, but definitely that's going to be a good match. Two tall guys really going at it.
Yeah, Gael definitely needs to hold it down for the family, hold it down for baby Sky. Let's,
Right.
he needs to get it done so that, as we're going into new Grand Slams, he can be seated because he
Right.
deserves to be seated. He's really playing that level of tennis that he should be in the
Oh,
top
yeah.
for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. I've got, of course, Alphabet Soup and Rusevori versus Rublev.
Right.
I just like the kid. I like the kid. He's got a complicated last name, but his game is very simple and straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel like, again, that is an upset potential because as we saw, Rusevori is the one that took Carlos Alcaraz to the distance.
Right.
And I just feel like his game shows up very well when it comes against those top 10, top tier players, and especially the top 10. So, yeah, I honestly feel like there's a potential upset there.
Right. Yep. I had that on the list as well.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I had a couple of honorable mentions, if you will, in the
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
half. Did you
Yes.
have anybody else in the top half?
Um. Yeah. I had Zverev and Vukic, and
Okay,
they
I
may be in
saw
the
that.
bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
Go, go right ahead, bro.
Yeah, for me, my trail mix and tonic water matches here were Wawrinka and Nishioka.
Yeah.
I'm always voting on Wawrinka. Nishioka is tricky though,
Yes, he
so
is.
that could be interesting. Sinner and Hoffman. Sinner should win, but Hoffman has a big game, and if he's
Yes.
on, he can be problematic. He could be a real
Absolutely.
problem.
Absolutely.
I have Hatchinoff and Michael Moe because Hatchinoff has been off the circuit because he's been hurt, so he's just now coming back. I'm not exactly sure what form he's in, but Michael
Right.
Moe has been in good form recently.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, and Michael Moe is no stranger to going 5 sets. So, we'll see how that turns out. And then
Absolutely.
I became a much bigger fan over the summer of We Being You,
Yeah. So about
and
yeah.
And so, but I know he's kind of been a little bit off recently. And who's been a little bit on recently is an ex varsity, then ex junior varsity member of the Bryce squad is Dusan Lajovic.
Right.
Um, so I'm not exact. Actually, I think Lajovic is going to win that match.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. If he's not back to form, I agree with you. I think that
Right,
that experience will carry him through for sure.
right.
Yep.
So that's
Yep.
all I had for the top half.
Cool. 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 All right. Jumping to the bottom. You know, I have this one because it is a popcorn match, but I also have it because I do feel like there is definitely some upset potential, and that's Fuchsovich versus Korda.
Yes.
Korda had to retire from his match that he won, I think 7-6 in the third, and that concerns me going into a Grand Slam best of
Right.
five. So him playing Fuchsovich out the gate, and Fuchsovich is of course known for his incredible fitness.
Mm-hmm.
So that one I think may end up being a bit of an upset.
I had that on my list as well for the very same reasons.
Mhm.
Um, I had, and I love both of these guys. They're both junior varsity squad members for me. Marcos Giron and Davidovich Fokina. I'm just gonna say, may best man win. May
Yeah,
best man win.
may the best man win because that's going to be a battle because both of
Right.
them are very fit and
Mm-hmm.
they just rough, man. So I
Right.
see that one being a battle for sure. Yeah,
Right.
that's a great call. The next one I had on there, of course, popcorn or not, I have Bublik versus Dominic Team.
That's
You know,
popcorn.
I think it's popcorn. I mean, again,
Mm-hmm.
Dominic Team is not of the same form that he once was, but I do feel like he's gaining ground slowly but surely. And you honestly never know what to expect or what you will get from Sasha Bublik. So I honestly feel like that is one of those matches where it just depends on how they both come in, and
Right.
may the best man win.
Right. Rick, we know you voting on Sasha. Uh, may your blood pressure be able to take it. But I think Dominic Team has been looking better though,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
it won't be a walkover for either one of them.
Absolutely agree with that, bro.
Now you know the next one I had on the list. I ain't even got to tell you, Isaac. Karatsev and Lehechka.
Yep.
That's going to be a hidden match right there.
Yeah.
If you want to see the fuzz knocked off the ball, make sure you watch that match.
Yeah, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of legs in that match. That's Put it out there, man. Because Leheske ain't no joke neither. He been in the gym
Right,
on
right,
the stairmaster as well, getting them legs. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of, like you said, laser shots. It's going to be
right,
insane, and I cannot wait to watch that match.
right.
Yes, yes. Next one I have, of course, Tsitsipas versus Raonic. Got to put that down there. Old school Raonic. I mean, again, I feel like Tsitsipas should get through that match relatively easy, but at the same time, you just never know with Milos. He's got that serve and that forehand, and when you got that deadly of a combo, it's just sometimes not going to be easy. So I do see a lot of 7-6s in that particular match.
And let's remember, Rihanna just never lost to Tsitsipas.
That's true.
So, I mean, I think Rihanna actually goes into this match feeling pretty confident.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tsitsipas may be somewhat distracted. His, I'm not gonna even call the name because I don't want to acknowledge it, but his
Yeah.
girlfriend
There you
had
go.
to withdraw. Bedosa, she had to withdraw. When I say not the name, with their little couple name that they've got,
Yeah.
which I think is ridiculous. But he could be distracted. He may be wanting to spend more time with her or whatever. I would not be surprised to see Tsitsipas go out in the first round here.
Yeah.
So I absolutely had that down as well.
Mm-hmm.
Another one where this may be real tricky
I
is
think I know.
FAA and Mackie McDonald. Because look,
Yes.
granted, FAA has started to play a little bit better, and Lil is like LIL, a little bit better.
A little bit.
McDonald is not the one to play with if you're not right.
Mm-mm.
Them flat ground strokes and his athleticism and just his ability to stay in there each and every point.
Yeah.
That is a popcorn match.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And I like Mackie. I like Mackie McDonald a lot. We've had him on and interviewed him, and he's a great young man. We love Felix, of course. So that one, I just made the best man win. But yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. At the present time, given what I've seen over the summer, I'm actually giving Mackie the edge to take that match. Yeah, because again, just we haven't seen Felix at his best in a little bit, so still hoping that we can. But yeah, I do give Mackie the edge in that particular matchup. Another, I guess mine are kind of honorable mentions after this, Bryce, and it's just two of them. It's Tajiri versus Nakashima.
Okay.
And the reason again is because I do feel like there's some level of upset potential there. You know what I mean? Just because anyway, so that's one. And the other one I had, of course, is because I like Stevie Johnson. Stevie against Fritz. I think, of course, we know which way that's gonna go. But anytime you have two Americans, and like I said, I love my boy Stevie. So
and we love his coach too, Mark Lucero.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we wish him the best, but it's a hard mountain to climb, right?
Yeah, it's a hard mountain to climb because Michael Russell and Taylor Fritz are doing some good things together. And I think Taylor's got a lot to prove given that he lost to Brandon Holt in the first round last year. So he's definitely going to I think he's going to come in the U.S. Open with some mad focus.
And let's not forget, Mikael Ymer put it on Fritz, I think, in the second round of Wimbledon. And for those of y'all that aren't familiar with what has just happened with Mikael Ymer, he just has proclaimed that he is retired at the age of 24 as a result of this crap he's going through with the drug test and missing an out of competition test. Yeah, I'm hoping somebody gets in Mikael's ear and he's back, because 24 is way too young for a man that talented to be stepping away from the game. So, but anyway, the whole point of that was that's how good Mikael Ymer is. He took out Fritz in the second round of Wimbledon. So Fritz, he's got some ground to make up in terms of his performances in majors as of late.
Right. Agree. Anybody else you have on your list, Bryce?
I had a couple, but these are personal more than popcorn. So this may be like M&Ms and ginger ale. I had Casper Ruud against Emilio Nava, right?
Yeah.
we love the Nava family, and Nava's got a big game. Rude is very consistent, but Rude ain't really been on his stuff either this summer. We love Nava's uncle Jaime, so we always are wishing the best for that family. But that's more probably a personal interest story there.
Right.
And then the other one, which is personal again, is our guy JJ Wolf from Cincinnati, Ohio. He took a first round loss in Cincinnati, which was disappointing, and I know he didn't feel great about that. But he's playing Zhang, and look, JJ's got great memories here at the U.S. Open, so hopefully, like Layla, he can tap into those and deliver some good results. So
absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
That's all I had.
Very good. Well, we've gotten through our popcorn matches on the men's side. So, similar to the ladies, let's jump into the men's side. And I will let you go ahead and get us kicked off.
All righty. So for the top half, I have, oh gosh, I hate this. I have Alcaraz making it through over Griekspoor.
Okay.
I have Sinner making it in over Murray.
Okay.
I have Medvedev making it in over De Minaur.
Okay.
And I have Herkic making it in over Rublev.
Interesting. Wow, the first one we don't match up on. What?
Okay.
Well, we're pretty darn close, though, to be very honest.
Okay.
So I too have Alcaraz getting into the quarters over Talon, Griekspoor.
Okay.
I actually have Sinner making it to battle out. I have him actually beating Zverev. To make it to Alcaraz.
Okay.
But that's going to be a tough one. I do have Medvedev. I have him coming in though over Nicholas Jarry. I just like Jarry. I like that big game he has, and I think he will. I'm thinking he's going to have a nice little U.S. Open. And in I actually do have Herkic versus Rublev, but I picked Rublev to make it to the quarters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think Hubie will make a good run, and yeah. You know me. I'm shame on me because I actually confessed to be a Hubie fan, and I didn't even vote for him to make it to the quarters. Sorry.
It's tight on the men, man.
I know it's tight on the men because there's so much good talent out there, man. It's so crazy, so crazy. So okay, I will bounce then to the bottom half. And I actually apparently I went American crazy again, and I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I keep doing it to myself, and we'll see how this one turns out. But in the bottom half, I actually have Tiafoe making it in over Casper Ruud because I actually do think Casper will get through a couple rounds, get to the round of 16. But I have Tiafoe making it there. I have him actually going against Tommy Paul because I think Tommy Paul will take out Runa in the round of 16. I have Fritz making it in over. So I actually did go with Tsitsipas. So I have Fritz over Tsitsipas in the quarterfinal. And of course, we got Djokovic because his draw is cake. And he will end up beating, I have Cerundolo that he will beat going into the quarters. Who do you got, my man?
Well, we're close, like you said before. I have Tiafoe getting in over JJ Wolf.
Oh, okay.
I have Tommy Paul getting in over Bublik.
Oh, gotcha.
I have Fritz getting in over Eubanks.
Oh, wow. Okay. I get that.
And I have Novak getting in over McDonald.
Okay. Wow. I thought I was American crazy. You got American almost picking up in there.
Right.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
I did see that Eubanks Tsitsipas matchup. I want that to happen. I want that.
Okay.
I really do. And yeah.
See, I don't think Tsitsipas is going to get past Raonic. I give Eubanks the edge on Raonic.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like because of all of the all of the stuff and the Badosa stuff, I'm just hoping that he's going to play to his potential because again, Tsitsipas is a ridiculously talented athlete.
Oh yeah.
It's just if he can get his head right. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know why, but I'm just banking on him trying to have his head right. But I'm probably wrong, folks. Just FYI.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Anyway, with that being said, Bryce, let's go from quarters to semis. Who you got?
All right. Semifinals, I have Alcaraz over Sinner.
Okay.
Medvedev over Herkic.
Okay.
Tommy Paul over Tiafoe.
Okay.
Novak over Fritz.
We're so close. Oh, we're so close. And folks, this is where Isaac goes off the rails. I'm just letting you know, FYI, early on. So I have Novak beating Fritz. I have Tommy Paul taking out Tiafoe.
Okay.
I have Medvedev taking out Rublev.
Okay.
I actually have Sinner taking out Alcaraz.
Don't do
it. Here, I know. Here is why, Bryce. I don't know. Cincinnati really, really stuck with me as far as just that battle he had with Novak, the emotions that he showed at the end of the tournament. We have to remember that Carlos Alcaraz is a 20-year-old kid. And I just feel like with the emotions and everything that he showed, it's kind of like, I guess I just feel like in all the three setters that he was playing, and it was just all kinds of weird. In my heart of heart, I feel like maybe he just needs a break. And I'm not sure if there's enough of a break between what all went on in Cincinnati versus coming into the U.S. Open in a best 3 out of 5, having to play the players that he has to play, knowing that Sinner is one of those guys that just battles against him.
Right.
I don't know why. And this is a gut call, y'all. I apologize. But I just feel like Sinner might be able to pull that upset this time around. Just because of the fact it has nothing to do with Alcaraz's talent. I just think that he might be mentally tired right now.
Okay. For me, I was getting a little scared with Alcaraz in Cincinnati based upon all those three setters leading up.
Yeah.
But watching how he performed in the finals, even though he lost, but I mean, that was.
But he could have won. And
yeah. Exactly. I kind of felt better about that. I was like, okay, when the chips are on the table, and even with the three setters, at the end of the day, every single time he did what he needed to do to win, leading up to the finals. So, okay, so as we're continuing to talk about our predictions, this is where it gets crazy for me. Yeah. Let me just start at the bottom because I say Novak takes out Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
That's just what happens. I think where there's this kind of come to Jesus match for you between Alcaraz and Sinner, I feel that way about Alcaraz and Medvedev.
Gotcha.
Because one of the things that I've been reading about Medvedev, or reading what he's been saying, is he's loving that everybody's talking about Alcaraz and Novak.
Yep.
And he is saying it's his job. Nobody else's, because ain't nobody else can do it. It's his job to be the spoiler, right? And so he's looking forward to that. So honestly, I know we're supposed to call it here and make our predictions. I can't call it between Alcaraz and Medvedev. I mean, if I have to say one, I'm going to say Alcaraz because just, whoever is the more offensive one, to me, has the edge.
Right.
So if Alcaraz is on and he's hitting those shots he hits, he wins, right? But honestly, I think that is going to be a 50-50 semifinal. And just so that I can just shut up and turn this over to you, I'm picking whoever wins that match to win the tournament.
Gotcha. Okay. So for me, for my picks, of course, I had Sinner, Medvedev, Tommy Paul, and Djokovic. And like you said, love Tommy Paul, but against Djokovic, that to me is a bad matchup. I see Djokovic making it to the U.S. Open final. I, of course, in the semis had Medvedev versus Sinner. I do believe that Medvedev will take out Sinner because, again, that matchup is just not good for Sinner. And honestly, Bryce, I have Medvedev winning this tournament because I think just like exactly what you said, Medvedev is under the radar right now. Everybody's talking about Carlos. Everybody's talking about Djokovic. That to me is prime for Daniil Medvedev to be like, I'm about to sneak up in here and shock everybody. And you're not even going to be ready. He's about to show out, Bryce. the summer has been about Carlos and Novak because again, Novak hasn't been able to play the tournaments, so now he's in there, and we want to see Carlos and Novak, and Daniel's like, talk all you want. You did you see where he was saying goodbye to his little baby girl? He's just like, bye, baby, because he knows. He is happy and he is in a good space. Why? Because he does not have any of that burden, and he is about to sneak up on you, on it, folks. And do not Daniil Medvedev for number 2. Let me get in the camera. 2.
Right. Exactly.
That's
He's
what
gonna be like, I don't want one of these. I know what to do. Matter of fact, I beat Djokovic,
and I beat him doing it. Exactly.
It's straight sets,
bruh. Straight sets. So,
man, respect my game sister. What?
So I told you, bro, I went off the rails on this one. I was like, I am calling Daniil Medvedev to win the 2023 U.S. Open. I absolutely am. Yeah,
I get you. I feel like if he gets past Alcaraz, which is also somebody I think he's got an axe to grind with as well.
Yes, he does,
because of that loss in where were they? Where was he complaining about the court speed? Was that in DC or was that in Canada?
Oh, I can't.
That was in DC, right?
It might have been in DC.
No, that was back in the spring. That was Indian Wells.
It wasn't even. Yeah, that was way earlier in the year.
That was Indian Wells, and he didn't end up getting a chance to play, even though he won Miami. He didn't get a chance to play Carlos in Miami.
That's right.
So he's got an axe to grind because he has said after Indian Wells, I want to meet Carlos on a faster, hard surface.
He did say that. Yes, he did.
So,
yeah, watch out for Daniil Medvedev.
Right.
So there you have it, folks.
So, Isaac, we have completed the preview show. Folks, email us, hit us up in the comments. If you think we talking smack and you don't agree with us, let us know. Who do you think is going to win on the men's and the ladies' side? For those of you that are interested, the doubles draw is out. Taylor Townsend, as expected, went back to partnering with Leylah Fernandez. I think Alicia Parks is playing with some other American. I forgot, Sophie Chang or something. I don't know who it was. It was somebody she's playing with. So, but yeah, let us know if you feel differently, or if you agree with us and say, yeah, you guys know what the hell y'all talking about.
Let us know, folks. We love the comments. We love to hear from you. It's all well and fun, and like I said, it is going to be a fire U.S. Open. So just be ready to tune in, because we will be on the grounds the first week, and we will give you as much as we can as far as coverage and analysis, and it's going to be fun.
Right. So with that being said, everyone stay safe and enjoy all the great tennis that is coming your way. On behalf of this amazing podcast, this has been your boy Bryce.
And this is your boy Isaac.
And we are Brothers on Tennis. Everyone, be well.